Picture this, a 24-year-old with no driver's license just spent $300,000 on a supercar he can legally never drive alone. That's not a typo, that's just Tuesday in the streamer economy. We're talking about dudes who grew up broke, sleeping on couches, grinding views at 3 a.m., and now they're blowing bags on hypercars before they're even old enough to rent one from Hertz. Lambos wrapped in murals of their favorite athletes. Rolls Royces gifted like birthday cards from the platform itself. Ferraris returned 2 weeks later because the owner got bored. This isn't Ronaldo, this isn't Messi. This is a whole new generation of internet millionaires, and their garages are just as chaotic and just as unfiltered as their content. Some of these cars are pure flex, built to go viral the second a wrap comes off. Some are pure impulse, bought on a whim with zero plan whatsoever. And by the end of this video, one of these stories is going to hit a lot harder than you expect. So buckle up, because streamer number one already broke the internet without driving his car a single mile. Let's talk about XQC. Bro is sitting on a $50 million net worth, which should mean an insane fleet, right? A garage full of nonsense, a different whip for every day of the week? Wrong. For a long stretch, his one big automotive flex was a white McLaren 720S Spider, a $300,000 carbon fiber missile pushing over 700 horsepower, doing 0 to 60 faster than you can read this sentence out loud. Except here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. XQC didn't have a driver's license, like at all. Zero license, zero plans to get one anytime soon. So this man dropped 300 racks on a supercar and it just sat there, in the garage, untouched, gathering dust under a car cover like a museum piece. Basically the real-life version of buying the rarest whip in GTA just to park it outside your safe house and stare at it from the balcony while everyone else is out driving theirs. No joyrides, no flex pulls down the strip, nothing. Just vibes and pure depreciation. And it gets messier from there. After he split from his ex, fellow streamer Adept, it came out the McLaren was actually legally registered under her name this whole time, because no license meant he legally couldn't put it under his own. So now you've got a $250,000 supercar caught in the middle of a messy breakup, like it's evidence in a custody battle nobody asked for. The internet was not letting that one go, and honestly, neither would I. Now, if you think that's chaotic, wait till you meet the guy who spent close to $500,000 just to build a car for one photo op. iShowSpeed bought his first car ever back in March 2024, and true to form, he didn't just buy a Lamborghini, he turned it into a cultural moment. Speed pulled up in a Huracan wrapped floor to roof in a Cristiano Ronaldo mural and Portugal's national colors. Full send, zero notes, no cap. Reports put the total build, base car plus the custom livery, somewhere between $250,000 and $500,000. For context, this thing's got a naturally aspirated V10 pumping over 600 horsepower, one of the most iconic engines in the supercar game. But nobody was talking about the engine, they were talking about the paint job. Car guys online were losing their minds, calling it everything from iconic to an actual crime against Italian engineering. Purists were begging him to strip the wrap off and give the car its dignity back. Others said it's honestly the most him thing he could have done. And Speed didn't stop there. He's since driven the same wrapped Huracan to actual World Cup matches just to hype his idol up from the stands. Say what you want about the paint job, but the man clearly understood the assignment better than anyone else on this list. Speaking of understanding the assignment, nobody's actually topped Aiden Ross yet, and that's saying something. Ross has quietly built one of the deepest garages in streaming, a Bentley Bentayga worth over $167,000, a Rolls-Royce Cullinan north of $390,000, a Mercedes-AMG G63, a Tesla Model X, a Porsche 911, and a Lamborghini Urus that alone runs $240,000. That's before you even get to the second Rolls-Royce Kick gifted him for his 23rd birthday, a platform literally handing over a six-figure car like it's a fruit basket. He even test drove a $300,000 Ferrari 812 and sent it back a couple weeks later because, in his words, he got bored of it. Bored of a Ferrari. All in, his collection has been valued north of $2 million, and depending which Flex Reveal stream you catch, some clips have him casually walking past a Bugatti too, or handing a private jet and another Rolls-Royce to a fellow streamer just because he could. That's the difference between owning cars and owning a whole ecosystem of Flex. And yeah, Ross has also gotten pulled over more than once cruising in one of those Rolls Royces, which is exactly the kind of energy that makes him the perfect bridge into a quick PSA. Like and subscribe right now, because apparently that's the one ticket none of these guys can talk their way out of. Seriously, tap it before we keep going. We've got the heaviest story of the video coming up next. But not every streamer car story ends in a viral flex. Some of them end in sirens. And this next one is the reason we're not ending this video on a joke. Jack Doherty built his whole brand on chaos, pranks, and flaunting his wealth for the camera. And one of his prized possessions was a custom McLaren 570S wrapped in a wild blue paint splatter design, worth over $200,000. In October 2024, Doherty was live on Kick, driving down a Miami highway in heavy rain with a friend riding shotgun, when he glanced down at his phone. Just for a second. That's genuinely all it took. The car hydroplaned, skidded across multiple lanes, and slammed into a metal guardrail, live, in front of over 185,000 people watching in real time, all of them helpless, watching it happen frame by frame. You can hear him panicking on stream right before impact, then yelling for help while trapped inside the wreck as bystanders rushed the window to pull him out. What made it worse? In the chaos right after, viewers noticed Doherty seemed more locked in on his totaled McLaren than on his passenger, who was visibly hurt beside him. Kick banned his account within hours for the safety violation, and the clip spread across every platform by that night. A wild flex driving stream turned into a real reminder of how fast content can become catastrophe. That crash hits different than everything else in this video, because underneath the raps, the trolling, the flexing, these are still just people behind a wheel, going too fast for an audience watching every second of it live. No stream, no view count, no flex is worth someone ending up hurt. These creators have millions of young fans copying their energy, sometimes even their behavior behind the wheel, whether they signed up for that or not. It's easy to get caught up in the engine noise and the notifications rolling in and forget it's still a multi-thousand-pound machine that demands full attention, not a phone in your hand while the rain's coming down. So from Doherty's crash, to Speed's wildest paint job, to Ross's ever-growing garage, to XQC's supercar sitting in legal limbo, the real lesson isn't how loud your flex is, it's what you do with it once you've actually got it. Drive safe, spend smart, put the phone down behind the wheel, and maybe be the reason somebody's fan makes it home safe tonight too. Because the coolest flex any of these guys will ever pull off isn't a car. It's still being here to talk about it tomorrow.